Most people spend their entire lives working hard, but never actually getting ahead. They follow the rules. They show up on time. They put in the hours. And yet, the financial freedom they dream about always feels just out of reach. Here's what nobody told you growing up: working harder is not the answer. Thinking differently is. The gap between where you are right now and where you want to be financially is not a skills gap. It's not a talent gap. It's not even an opportunity gap. It's a mindset gap. And today, we are going to close it step by step, chapter by chapter. This is the Wealth Mindset Blueprint. A complete guide for anyone who is tired of settling, tired of surviving paycheck to paycheck, and ready to start building the life they actually deserve. If that's you, you're in the right place at the right time. So take a breath. Get comfortable. And let's begin. Speech balloon. Before we dive in, drop a comment below and tell me, what is your biggest financial challenge right now? I read every single comment, and your response will help me create more content built specifically for you. Chapter 1, The Foundation. Money starts in your mind. Before money ever appears in your bank account, it appears in your beliefs. Every financial result you have right now, the savings, the debt, the income, the struggles, is simply the outer reflection of your inner programming. Most people look at their bank balance and think the problem is out there. Not enough opportunities. Not enough connections. Not enough luck. But the truth is simpler and more powerful than that. Your income is not limited by your circumstances. It is limited by your identity. Think about this for a moment. Studies have shown that lottery winners who were previously broke often return to financial struggle within just a few years of winning. Meanwhile, successful entrepreneurs who lose everything tend to rebuild their wealth within a similar time frame. Why? Because one person's mind is programmed for scarcity, and the other's is programmed for growth. Same money, completely different outcomes. This tells us something critical: you cannot permanently change your finances without permanently changing how you think about money. The first step is simply becoming aware of the story you have been telling yourself. Do you believe money is hard to get? Do you believe wealthy people are greedy or lucky? Do you believe you are just not the type of person who gets ahead financially? Those beliefs are not facts. They are programs. And just like any program, they can be rewritten. Speech balloon. Comment below. What's one belief about money you grew up hearing that might be holding you back today? Be honest, this is a safe space. Chapter 2, Understanding Your Mental Programming. Your brain is essentially a biological supercomputer. And from the moment you were born, other people were writing the code. Parents, teachers, friends, media, society. They all installed beliefs inside your mind, most of them without even realizing it. Phrases like, "We can't afford that," "Money is the root of all evil," "Don't get too big for your boots," "Rich people are selfish." Each one of those statements became a tiny piece of code running silently in the background of your mind, influencing every decision you make, every opportunity you take or walk away from, every financial risk you embrace or avoid. Here is the powerful part though. Neuroscience has proven that the brain is not fixed. It is flexible. This property is called neuroplasticity, the brain's remarkable ability to reorganize itself, form new connections, and literally rewire its own structure based on new experiences and repeated thoughts. In simple terms, you can install new mental software. You are not stuck with the programming you received in childhood. You have the power to rewrite it. Not through magic. Not through wishful thinking. But through deliberate, consistent repetition of new thoughts, new habits, and new behaviors. That process of rewiring starts the moment you decide the old program no longer serves you. And that moment can be right now. Chapter 3, Your Emotional Relationship with Money. Let's get honest about something that most financial advice completely ignores. Money is emotional. Your relationship with money is not just logical. It is deeply, profoundly emotional. And if that emotional relationship is broken, no amount of budgeting apps or investment strategies will fix it. Think about how you actually feel when you think about money. Do you feel anxious, ashamed, hopeful but secretly doubtful? Do you feel like you want it desperately but also somehow resent it? That emotional conflict is costing you more than you know. Here is a powerful way to think about it. Imagine money as a person, a partner in your life. Ask yourself honestly, would money feel respected and valued in a relationship with you, or would it feel ignored, mistreated, and unwelcome? The way you speak about money matters. The way you think about money matters. The energy you bring to financial decisions matters. Millionaires do not just manage money differently. They relate to money differently. They track it with attention. They study it with curiosity. They speak about it with respect. Not because they are greedy, but because they understand that what you respect grows. Try this small but powerful shift. Instead of saying I can't afford that, ask how can I afford that? Instead of saying money is always tight, say I am actively building my financial strength. These are not just positive affirmations. These are neurological rewiring exercises. Every time you shift the language, you shift the brain pattern behind it. Speech balloon, tell me in the comments, which of these two phrases do you catch yourself saying most often? I can't afford that, or how can I afford that? Your answer might reveal more than you think. Chapter 4, The Science of Visualization. Every morning when you wake up, your mind begins projecting a film about your day, your future, and your life. The question is, who is writing the script? Most people let that script write itself based on yesterday's fears, yesterday's failures, and yesterday's limitations. They spend the first few moments of their day rehearsing what they do not want: stress, struggle, lack. And then they wonder why they keep getting more of the same. Here is what the research tells us. The brain cannot perfectly distinguish between a vividly imagined experience and a real one. When you visualize something with enough detail and emotional intensity, your brain treats it as real data. It begins building neural pathways that correspond to that imagined reality. This is not mysticism. This is neuroscience. It is the same reason athletes use mental rehearsal before competitions. The same reason surgeons mentally walk through a procedure before picking up a scalpel. Strategic visualization primes your brain to recognize and act on opportunities that align with your vision. Here is a simple practice to start today. Every morning, before you check your phone, take 3 minutes to clearly visualize your financial goals as already real. See the numbers. Feel the security. Imagine the freedom. Do not just see it. Feel it. The emotion is what makes the neural pathway strong. Over time, this is not just positive thinking. It is literally reshaping your brain. Chapter 5, Identity, the real driver of income. Here is one of the most powerful ideas in this entire guide. Your income will always find a way to match your identity. If deep down you see yourself as someone who struggles financially, your subconscious mind will work overtime to keep that story consistent. It will filter out opportunities. It will justify bad decisions. It will sabotage progress, not because it wants you to fail, but because its primary job is to keep your reality consistent with your beliefs. This is why you can give someone all the right strategies, all the right information, all the right tools, and they will still find a way to stay exactly where they are. The strategy is not the issue. The self-image is. So how do you change your identity? You start acting like the person you are becoming before you feel ready. You make one bold financial decision. You read one book about investing. You start one savings habit, even if it is just $5 a week. You have one conversation you have been avoiding about money. Each action sends a signal to your brain, this is who I am now. And over time, those signals accumulate into a new identity. A new self-image. A new financial ceiling, one that is dramatically higher than the one you started with. Speech balloon. Drop a comment and complete the sentence. The version of me that is financially free would describe themselves as _____. I want to hear how you see your future self. Chapter 6, Rewiring for Opportunity. Inside your brain, wealth and poverty are essentially two different neural networks. The wealth network sees risk as interesting. It asks how when faced with a challenge. It defaults to curiosity and creativity. The poverty network sees risk as dangerous. It asks why me when faced with a challenge. It defaults to fear and withdrawal. Here is the critical insight: you are not born with one or the other. You build them. Every time you challenge a fear and survive, the wealth network gets stronger. Every time you choose comfort and avoidance, the poverty network gets reinforced. Your daily choices are literally shaping your brain's default response to financial opportunity. So how do you deliberately build the wealth network? Start by intentionally placing yourself in slightly uncomfortable situations every single day. Make the call you have been putting off. Pitch the idea you have been sitting on. Apply for the position that feels slightly beyond your current level. Not because you are guaranteed to succeed, but because every brave action teaches your brain that growth is safe. And once your brain learns that growth is safe, opportunity becomes visible everywhere. Chapter 7, Fear is the most expensive thing you own. Let's talk about the silent tax that has cost most people more money than they will ever realize. Fear. Fear of failure. Fear of judgment. Fear of success. Fear of looking foolish. Fear of making the wrong move. Every one of these fears carries a price tag. Because here is how fear works financially: every opportunity requires action. Action requires some level of risk. And if your nervous system associates risk with danger, it will consistently talk you out of taking the actions that could change your life. You will hesitate too long and the window closes. You will overthink until the energy dies. You will start and stop and never quite commit. And here is the painful truth: you are not broke because of the risks you took. You are broke because of the ones you avoided. The wealthy have not eliminated fear. They have simply trained their relationship with it. They understand that discomfort and danger are completely different things. Discomfort is the sensation of growth. Danger is the sensation of threat. Most people confuse the two. Start practicing this distinction. When you feel the fear of trying something new financially, pause and ask, is this actually dangerous, or is this just uncomfortable? 9 times out of 10, it is just uncomfortable. And uncomfortable is exactly where your breakthrough is hiding. Chapter 8, Your Internal Thermostat. Here is a concept that explains more about financial behavior than almost anything else. Everyone has an internal wealth thermostat. It is the level of financial success your subconscious believes is normal for someone like you. And no matter what happens externally, your behavior will unconsciously work to keep you at that temperature. Make more than usual, you will find ways to spend it, lose it, or give it away until you return to your normal. Fall below your normal, you will hustle, grind, and find a way to bounce back until you return to your normal. This is why some people rebound from bankruptcy with remarkable speed, and why others seem to struggle no matter how much they earn. The thermostat runs everything. So the single most important financial move you can make is not a new investment strategy. It is raising your internal thermostat. You do this by gradually expanding your belief about what is possible for you, by surrounding yourself with evidence of success, by acting like your future self before the results arrive. Every day, ask yourself, what would the wealthier version of me do right now, and then do that thing. Over time, the thermostat resets, and your outer world has no choice but to catch up. Speech balloon. Here is a powerful question. Comment your answer below. On a scale of 1 to 10, what level of financial success does your subconscious currently believe you deserve? Be honest. No judgment here. Chapter 9, How Wealthy People Think Differently. The difference between financial struggle and financial freedom is not intelligence. It is not connections. It is not even starting capital. It is mental models, the frameworks through which people interpret and respond to financial reality. Let's look at some of the most important contrasts. Scarcity thinkers ask, how much does this cost? Abundance thinkers ask, what is the return on this investment? Scarcity thinkers say, I can't afford to fail. Abundance thinkers say, I can't afford not to learn from this. Scarcity thinkers see a problem and look for someone to blame. Abundance thinkers see a problem and look for the opportunity hidden inside it. Scarcity thinkers protect what they have. Abundance thinkers build what they want. None of these are personality traits you are born with. They are trained responses. Habits of thought developed through years of exposure, practice, and intention. You can adopt every single one of these mental models starting today. Not by pretending. Not by forcing positivity. But by consistently asking different questions and training your brain to look for different answers. The quality of your financial life is determined by the quality of the questions you ask yourself. Start asking better questions and watch your entire perspective begin to shift. Chapter 10, The Power of Daily Repetition. Here is the most common mistake people make when trying to change their mindset. They consume one book, one video, one seminar, feel genuinely inspired, and then return completely to their old patterns within a week. Sound familiar? That is not a character flaw. That is just how the brain works. The brain does not change through intensity. It changes through consistency. One powerful insight does not rewire decades of programming. But that same insight, revisited daily, practiced consistently, applied deliberately, that absolutely rewires the brain. Think of mental reprogramming like physical fitness. You would not go to the gym once and expect to get in shape. The transformation comes from showing up repeatedly, over time, even when you do not feel like it. The same is true for the wealth mindset. You need daily inputs that reinforce abundance. Daily habits that reflect your new identity. Daily moments of visualization, reflection, and intentional thought. Even 10 minutes a day of focused mental training will compound dramatically over months and years. You do not rise to the level of your inspiration. You fall to the level of your training. Train every day. Speech balloon. Comment below, what is one daily habit you are committing to starting today to train your wealth mindset? Write it down here. Making it public makes it real. Chapter 11, Emotional Intelligence is Financial Intelligence. Here is a truth that most financial education completely skips over. Your emotions are managing your money far more than your logic ever will. Think about the last bad financial decision you made. Whether it was an impulse purchase, a bad investment, avoiding dealing with debt, or staying in a draining financial situation too long. Was the problem a lack of information? Almost certainly not. The problem was that an emotion, fear, desire, shame, excitement, avoidance overrode the rational part of your brain and drove the decision. This is not weakness. This is human biology. But here is the difference between people who build wealth and people who struggle with it. Wealthy people have trained a gap between feeling and action. They feel the fear and pause. They feel the excitement and pause. They feel the impulse and pause. In that pause, they ask, is this decision coming from my highest self or from my emotional reaction? The poor get reactive. The wealthy get rational. And that single habit, learning to pause before financial decisions, can be worth more than any investment strategy you will ever learn. Start building it today. Before any significant financial choice, give yourself a 24-hour cooling period. Let the emotions settle. Let the rational mind lead. Over time, this becomes automatic. And when it does, the quality of every financial decision in your life improves dramatically. Chapter 12, Releasing Financial Guilt. This chapter is important. And it requires honesty. Many people sabotage their own financial success not because they lack ability but because they secretly feel guilty about wanting more. Maybe you grew up in a family where money was always tight, and wanting abundance feels like a betrayal of where you came from. Maybe you were taught that rich people are greedy, and you do not want to become someone you were conditioned to resent. Maybe you are afraid that if you become successful, you will lose relationships, be judged, or somehow become a different person. These are not small fears. They are powerful, subconscious blocks. And they are quietly repelling the very abundance you consciously desire. Here is what you need to understand at the deepest level possible. Money is neutral. It has no moral charge. It is not inherently good or evil. It is simply energy. A tool. A resource. What matters is who holds it and what they do with it. The world needs more good people with resources. More generous people with freedom. More compassionate people with influence. Your wealth does not take anything away from anyone. In fact, built on a foundation of genuine value, it adds to the world. Give yourself permission to want more. Give yourself permission to build more. Release the guilt. It has been costing you dearly. Speech balloon. This one might be deep. Comment if this resonated with you. Have you ever felt guilty about wanting financial success? You are definitely not alone. Chapter 13, Stress Tolerance is a Wealth Skill. Most people want the outcomes of wealth. Very few are willing to develop the stress tolerance it requires to get there. Because here is the honest truth about building financial success. More money brings more responsibility. More responsibility brings more pressure. The bigger the business, the bigger the decisions. The larger the investment, the larger the risk. The higher the income, the higher the stakes. The rich do not avoid pressure. They have trained their nervous systems to perform under it. They have conditioned themselves to interpret pressure as a signal that growth is happening. That they are operating at the edge of their current capacity. That expansion is imminent. Most people interpret that same pressure as danger. And so they retreat back to comfort, back to safety, back to the familiar financial ceiling. Here is how you start building stress tolerance deliberately. Every day, do one thing that is mildly uncomfortable on purpose. Make the difficult call. Have the awkward financial conversation. Take the small calculated risk. Each time you step into pressure with intention and come out the other side, your nervous system learns something critical. Growth is survivable. In fact, growth feels good. Over time, you build a stress tolerance that allows you to hold more success without self-sabotaging. Because ultimately, you cannot hold more wealth than your nervous system can handle. Build the capacity first, the wealth will follow. Chapter 14, Your environment is programming you. Here is an uncomfortable but unavoidable truth. You are being shaped by the 5 people you spend the most time with. Not just their habits and behaviors, but their beliefs, their standards, their conversations, their emotional defaults. If the people around you normalize struggle, complaining, and limitation, your brain will start treating those things as normal too. If the people around you normalize growth, ambition, learning, and abundance, your brain adopts those standards instead. This is not about being elitist or abandoning people you care about. It is about understanding that proximity is powerful and using that understanding intentionally. Protect your circle. Not with walls but with awareness. And if you do not currently have people in your life who challenge you to grow financially, that is what books, podcasts, documentaries, mentors, and communities are for. You can curate your mental environment even if you cannot immediately change your physical one. Start filling your mind with the voices, stories, and ideas of people who have built what you want to build. Their thinking will gradually become your thinking. Their standards will gradually become your standards. And your life will begin to reflect that shift. Speech balloon. Comment below, who is one person, living or historical, whose financial mindset you most admire and want to learn from. I am curious to see your answers. Chapter 15, Building Your Wealth Habits. Here is a fact that should change everything about how you approach your daily routine. 90% of your daily behavior is automatic. Not chosen. Not deliberate. Automatic. Your brain runs pre-built scripts for most of what you do to save energy for situations that require conscious thought. The problem is that most people never consciously design those scripts. So the brain just runs whatever was installed by default. Whatever was modeled by the environment. Whatever was reinforced by years of repetition. And if those default scripts were written in scarcity, limitation, or financial passivity, they will quietly destroy your potential every single day without you even noticing. The solution is simple. Not easy but simple. Design your habits deliberately. Decide what your financial morning looks like. A few minutes of visualization. A review of your goals. A page of reading from a book that sharpens your thinking. Decide what your financial evening looks like. A brief review of your spending. A moment of gratitude for what you have built. A reflection on what you learned today. These are not complicated rituals. But practiced daily, they compound into an entirely different identity over 12 months. The wealthy are not more disciplined than you because they were born that way. They have simply designed better systems. Design your systems. And let your systems design your future. Chapter 16, Action is the real affirmation. Let us be direct about something important. Mindset work without action is just mental entertainment. You can visualize abundance every morning. You can read every book on wealth psychology. You can recite affirmations until you lose your voice. But if your behaviors do not change, nothing changes. Here is why action matters so much in the context of mindset. Action creates evidence. And evidence is what your subconscious actually believes. You can tell yourself you are a confident investor. But if you never actually invest anything, Your subconscious knows the truth. It sees through the words to the behavior. But the moment you take one real action, make one investment, start one savings account, launch one small income stream, you create a piece of real evidence. And that evidence rewires the brain faster than any affirmation ever could. Start small. The size of the action matters far less than the consistency of it. Make one financial decision today that your future self will be proud of. Read 10 pages. Transfer 10 into savings. Send that email you have been avoiding. Make that call about the opportunity you have been sitting on. Momentum is built by motion, not by planning. Start moving. And let the readiness catch up to you. Speech balloon. Here is your action challenge. Comment below with one specific financial action you are going to take within the next 24 hours. Make the commitment public. I will be checking the comments. Chapter 17, The Power of Leverage. This is the concept that separates people who build wealth from people who simply earn income. Leverage. If your financial results depend entirely on your personal effort, on the hours you personally work, the calls you personally make, the tasks you personally complete, you will always hit a ceiling. Because there are only 24 hours in a day. And the human body and mind have finite energy. The wealthy understand something fundamentally different. True wealth is built by multiplying effort, not by maximizing it. They build systems that work without them. They create products that sell while they sleep. They invest in assets that grow whether they are watching or not. They build teams whose collective output far exceeds what any individual could achieve. They are not necessarily working harder. They are thinking more strategically. Start asking yourself leverage-based questions. How can this skill I have become an income stream that does not require my constant presence? How can this knowledge I have been accumulating serve more people at scale? Where in my work am I doing repetitive tasks that could be automated or delegated? Every time you shift from personal effort to leveraged systems, you buy back the most valuable resource you have: your time. And your time, invested strategically, is the foundation of all lasting wealth. Chapter 18, Long-term thinking in a short-term world. We live in a culture addicted to immediacy. Instant results. Overnight success. Viral growth. Quick returns. And this cultural addiction is costing ordinary people their financial futures. Because here is the reality. Real wealth is not built in days. It is built in decades. But it is decided in daily choices. The rich think in long-time horizons. They plant trees whose shade they may not personally sit under. They build systems whose full potential they may not see for years. But they act daily. With consistency. With discipline. With a quiet confidence that comes from knowing every right action is compounding beneath the surface. Your brain is going to resist this. Because the brain loves immediate rewards. Every scroll, every impulse buy, every comfortable choice that delays growth, these feel good in the moment because they deliver an immediate dopamine hit. Delayed gratification is the most financially powerful skill you can develop. It means choosing the action that serves your future over the reaction that serves your present comfort. It means staying consistent when you cannot yet see the results. Because success does not show up for people who start fast. It stays with the people who never stop. Speech balloon. Comment below, what is one short-term pleasure you are willing to sacrifice in exchange for a long-term financial goal? I want to hear the specific trade you are making. Chapter 19, Money as Energy. Here is a framework that will change the way you interact with every dollar you earn, spend, or save. Money is energy. Like all energy, it flows. It can be directed, amplified, wasted, or blocked. And the way you relate to it determines the direction of its flow. When you hoard money out of fear, clutching it desperately, never investing, never circulating, it stagnates. It stops working for you. When you waste money without purpose, spending impulsively, avoiding tracking, leaking it through unconscious decisions, it evaporates. But when you channel money with wisdom, investing it with intention, spending it in alignment with your values, circulating it through genuine value creation, it multiplies. The wealthy are not just good at making money. They are masterful at directing it. They treat every financial decision as a conscious choice. Where is this going? What is it building? Is this aligned with the life I am designing? This is what financial mastery actually looks like. Not restriction, not deprivation, but awareness and intention. Start treating every dollar as a decision. Make each one on purpose. And watch how quickly the energy of your financial life begins to shift. Chapter 20, Creator versus Consumer. Here is one of the most important distinctions you will encounter in this entire guide. Are you living as a creator or as a consumer? Consumers spend money, time, and attention on what others have built. Creators spend money, time, and attention building things of their own. Both are necessary. But the ratio in your life determines your financial trajectory. Most people in modern society are programmed primarily as consumers. We are marketed to constantly. We scroll through what others have created. We buy what others have built. We react to what others have initiated. And the wealth flows toward the creators every single time. The shift from consumer to creator is not dramatic. It starts with a single question. What value can I create that the world will pay for? Not copy what already exists. Not compete on price. But genuinely create something, a skill, a service, a product, a perspective that adds real value to real people. Because here is the economic truth that never changes. Money flows toward value. And value is always created. The more value you create, the more income you can legitimately earn. The more income you earn, the more freedom you have to create even more value. It is a cycle. And it starts with the decision to stop just consuming and start building. Speech balloon. Comment below, what is one area where you have genuine knowledge, skill, or experience that could create value for other people? You might already be sitting on a wealth building asset you have not recognized yet. Chapter 21, Discipline your greatest asset. Everyone wants to talk about passive income. But here is what they rarely mention. The most valuable asset you will ever own is discipline. Because without discipline, every other asset depreciates. Without discipline, investment strategies become inconsistent. Savings habits disappear. Business ideas stay unexecuted. Goals remain dreams. With discipline, even modest resources compound into remarkable results over time. Millionaires do not rely on motivation. Motivation is emotional and therefore unreliable. It comes and goes with mood, energy, and circumstance. Millionaires rely on structure. They build systems that carry them forward even when motivation is absent. They make commitments to themselves and honor them not when it is convenient, but consistently, as a matter of identity. Here is the most powerful way to think about discipline. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, even a small one, you build self-respect. And self-respect compounds into confidence. Confidence compounds into bolder action. Bolder action compounds into greater results. The entire trajectory of your financial life changes when your word becomes law to yourself. Start with one promise. Make it small enough that you cannot fail. Keep it perfectly for 30 days. Then make a bigger promise. Keep that one too. Over time, you will build the kind of inner trust that transforms not just your finances but every area of your life. Chapter 22, Failure is not the enemy. Let us reframe something fundamental. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is the curriculum of success. Every wealthy person you admire has a failure story. Often many of them. Often spectacularly public ones. But here is what separates them from people who give up. They do not personalize failure. They do not say I am a failure. They say that approach did not work. Now I know something I did not know before. Failure, to a wealth-minded person, is data. It is the most expensive and therefore the most valuable form of education available. The poor take failure as rejection and stop. The wealthy take failure as redirection and adjust. You will fail on the road to financial success. There is no version of real growth that does not include setbacks. The question is not whether you will fail. The question is what you will do with the failure when it comes. Collect the lesson. Release the shame. Adjust the strategy. And continue. Because the only financial failure that is actually permanent is the one where you decide to stop trying. The world belongs to the people who refuse to stop playing. Speech balloon comment below. Tell me about a financial setback you experienced that actually taught you something valuable. Your story might be exactly what someone else here needs to hear. Chapter 23, Resilience, the Millionaire's Muscle. Resilience is not about never getting knocked down. It is about the speed at which you get back up. And here is something powerful to recognize. Every difficult thing you have been through has already built resilience in you. Every financial setback you have survived. Every period of struggle you have navigated. Every moment you kept going when you wanted to quit. You have been training this muscle without even realizing it. The wealthy lean into this understanding. They know that difficult seasons are not punishments. They are preparation. They are the weight training that builds the strength to carry heavier success. When they face loss, they ask, what is this teaching me? When they face rejection, they ask, how is this redirecting me? When they face failure, they ask, how is this preparing me? These questions are not naive positivity. They are strategic tools for processing adversity without being destroyed by it. Pain is temporary. The lessons from pain are permanent. Regret the pain of never having tried, that is the only truly permanent pain. Choose the temporary discomfort of growth over the permanent regret of inaction. Every single time. Chapter 24, Your attention is your wealth. In the modern economy, one resource is more scarce and more valuable than money. Your focused attention. We live in a world that is systematically designed to fragment your attention. Every notification, every scroll, every click is engineered by brilliant people whose entire job is to capture your focus and monetize it. And here is the financial reality of that. Every hour of unfocused attention is an hour of wealth-building potential that evaporates. You cannot build lasting financial success while constantly reacting to the noise. You cannot think strategically while your attention is scattered across 100 different inputs. The wealthy protect their focus like it is their most valuable asset. Because it is. They designate time for deep, undistracted work. They create boundaries around what gets their attention and what does not. They choose intentionality over reactivity in how they spend their mental bandwidth. Try this simple but powerful practice. 1 hour of completely focused, distraction-free work every single day. No phone. No notifications. No social media. Just you and the one financial task that would most move the needle in your life. That 1 hour, done consistently, will separate you from the vast majority of people who spend their days reacting rather than building. The rich are not necessarily smarter. They are simply more present. Speech balloon comment below, what is the single biggest distraction that is currently costing you the most focused time? Naming it is the first step to reclaiming your attention. Chapter 25, The Power of Purpose. Here is the final piece of the emotional wealth puzzle, and it might be the most important of all. Money without purpose feels empty. Purpose without resources feels frustrated. You need both. And they need to be connected. The most sustainably successful people are not primarily motivated by money. They are motivated by impact, by a mission that is bigger than their personal comfort or gain. When your financial goals are connected to a purpose beyond yourself, something remarkable happens. Your motivation becomes almost inexhaustible. Because you are not just working for a number. You are working for a reason. Your decisions become clearer. Because you have a filter: does this move me toward my mission or away from it? Your resilience becomes stronger. Because setbacks no longer feel like personal failures. They feel like temporary obstacles on the way to something that genuinely matters. You do not need to have a grand world-changing mission today. Start simply. Who do you want to provide for? What kind of life do you want to build for your family? What contribution do you want to make to your community? Connect your wealth building to those answers. And the work of building financial success will feel less like a burden and more like a calling. Chapter 26, Stay Hungry. Stay humble. The most dangerous point in any financial journey is not the starting line. It is the moment you start winning. Because success whispers dangerous things. You have earned the right to relax. You have figured it out, you have made it. And the moment you believe those whispers is the moment you start declining, often without even noticing. The truly wealthy never stop learning. They never stop questioning. They never mistake comfort for completion. They remain hungry, not desperate, but driven by genuine curiosity and a desire to keep growing. And they remain humble not because they lack confidence, but because they understand that the world is always changing and they are always one blind spot away from a lesson they did not see coming. Humility keeps you teachable. Hunger keeps you moving. As your income grows, let your curiosity grow with it. As your resources expand, let your generosity expand too. As your knowledge deepens, let your willingness to still be a student deepen as well. Because wealth is not a destination you arrive at and then stop. It is a practice you commit to every single day for the rest of your life. Speech balloon, drop a comment. What is one area of financial knowledge you want to learn more about in the next 6 months? Let me know. I will use your answers to plan future content. Chapter 27, Rich versus Wealthy. Know the difference. Here is a distinction that will fundamentally change what you are actually chasing. Rich and wealthy are not the same thing. Rich is about having money. Wealthy is about having freedom. Rich people have high income. Wealthy people have high control over their time, their attention, their choices. You can be rich and feel like a prisoner chained to a business that collapses if you step away, to a lifestyle that requires constant hustle to maintain, to obligations that consume every waking hour. Or you can be wealthy with a fraction of the income because your time belongs to you, your decisions reflect your values, and your daily life feels genuinely aligned with what matters most. The goal is not to look successful. The goal is to be free. Free to work because you want to, not because you have to. Free to spend time with the people who matter most. Free to pursue the projects that genuinely excite you. Free to live in alignment with your actual values. That is real wealth. And the path to it begins not with chasing more money but with designing a life where every dollar you earn is consciously directed toward the freedom you actually want. Chapter 28, Reprogramming at the Deepest Level. Everything we have covered in this guide comes down to one central act. Reprogramming your subconscious. Because your subconscious is running the show. Always. It is the operating system beneath every conscious thought, every decision, every habit, every emotional response. And for most people, that operating system is still running code written in childhood, code built around scarcity, limitation, fear, and unworthiness. Here is how you rewrite it: repetition. Feed your mind wealth-aligned thoughts, beliefs, and stories every single day until they become your default. Visualization. Create vivid, emotionally charged mental images of your financial goals realized. Visit them daily. Action. Take consistent, aligned steps that build real evidence of your new identity. Evidence is what the subconscious truly believes. Environment. Surround yourself with inputs, people, and spaces that normalize abundance and make growth feel achievable. None of this is complicated. All of it requires consistency. Your subconscious does not respond to intensity. It responds to repetition over time. Give it the right data long enough and watch your entire financial reality begin to transform. Chapter 29, Invest in your greatest asset. You can buy stocks. You can buy property. You can buy cryptocurrency and precious metals and index funds. But the highest returning investment available to any human being on this planet is one that most people dramatically undervalue. You. Your mind. Your knowledge. Your skills. Your capacity to solve problems, create value, and adapt to a changing world. Here is the simple economic truth. Your income will never permanently outgrow your development. You can get lucky and earn beyond your current mindset temporarily. But without the internal growth to match it, you will find a way back to your previous level. Always. But a trained mind that compounds forever. Every book you read, every skill you develop, every mentor you learn from, every experience that stretches your thinking, these build a compounding advantage that no market crash can take away. The wealthy invest heavily in learning. Not because they are obsessed with education for its own sake, but because they understand that knowledge shortens the distance between where they are and where they want to be. Do not be afraid to invest in your growth. The courses, the books, the coaching, the experiences that expand your thinking. These are not expenses. They are accelerators. Speech balloon comment below. What is one investment in your own growth? A book, a course, a skill that you are going to make in the next 30 days. Commit to it publicly right here. Chapter 30, The Legacy Mindset. Let us zoom out to the widest possible view. Beyond income, beyond net worth, beyond financial freedom. What do you want your life to have meant? Because the ultimate measure of a wealthy life is not what you accumulated. It is what you contributed. Not what you collected, but what you created that outlasted you. Legacy is not about monuments. It is about the lives that were better because you existed. The person you mentored who found their confidence. The family you provided for who never knew financial stress. The business you built that created opportunities for others. The knowledge you shared that helped someone else find their way. When you begin operating from a legacy mindset, your financial decisions change at the deepest level. You stop thinking just about this quarter and start thinking about the next generation. You stop asking how much can I earn and start asking how much can I impact. You start building not just a portfolio but a body of work. A standard of excellence. A blueprint that inspires. The rich leave inheritance. The truly wealthy leave blueprints. Chapter 31, Knowing versus Becoming. We are approaching the close of this guide. And I want to leave you with the most important truth of everything we have covered. Knowing does not change your life. Becoming does. Information is everywhere. In the age of the internet, access to knowledge has never been easier. Books, podcasts, videos, courses, the strategies of the wealthy are freely available to anyone willing to seek them out. And yet most people do not build wealth. Not because they lack information. Because they have not made the shift from knowing to becoming. Becoming requires that you take the insights from this guide and practice them until they are no longer techniques, until they are simply who you are. Until abundance is your default thinking. Until disciplined action is your natural response. Until the wealth mindset is not something you do but something you are. That transformation does not happen overnight. It happens through hundreds of small choices, made consistently, over months and years. But it absolutely happens. For anyone who commits to it. Wealth is not something you get. It is something you grow into. And you are growing right now. Chapter 32, The Mindset Loop. Final summary. Let us bring everything together one last time. Your thoughts shape your emotions. Your emotions drive your actions. Your actions create your results. Your results reinforce your beliefs. And the loop begins again. Most people are running a scarcity loop and wondering why they keep getting scarcity results. But when you reprogram the starting point, when you deliberately choose thoughts of abundance, possibility, and worthiness, the entire loop reverses. Abundance thoughts create confident emotions. Confident emotions drive bold actions. Bold actions create positive results. Positive results reinforce abundance beliefs. And the loop accelerates. This is not motivation. This is mathematics. This is how minds and lives actually work. Check your loop today. What thoughts are you consistently feeding it? What emotions are you rehearsing each morning? What story are you telling yourself about what is possible? Because that story is not fixed. It is a choice. And you can choose a better one starting right now. Chapter 33, Habits that Keep You Wealthy. Getting to financial success is one challenge. Sustaining it is another, and here is what separates the people who build lasting wealth from those who achieve success briefly and then lose it. Habits. Not willpower. Not discipline in the dramatic, white-knuckling sense. But daily habits, systems and rituals that maintain financial clarity automatically. The wealthy review their goals weekly, not to stress about them, but to stay aligned with them. They track their finances consistently, not obsessively, but with awareness. They keep learning, reading, listening, studying, because they know that the world changes and their edge must evolve with it. They protect their energy because they understand that scattered energy produces scattered results. And most importantly, they stay humble about what they do not know, because the most dangerous financial risk is the overconfidence that comes after a period of success. Wealth is not kept through luck. It is kept through sustained awareness and continued discipline. Guard your mind. Guard your habits. And your financial future will take care of itself. Chapter 34, The Power of Stillness. In a world that rewards busyness, one of the most countercultural and most powerful habits you can develop is stillness. Not laziness. Not avoidance. Intentional, quiet, focused stillness. Because it is in stillness that your clearest thinking happens. It is in silence that your best ideas surface. It is in the absence of noise that your intuition, the accumulated wisdom of everything you have learned and experienced, finally gets a chance to speak. The most effective decision makers in the world are not the busiest. They are the most focused. They create space every single day to think clearly, without the chaos of constant input. Try this tomorrow morning. Before you check your phone. Before you open your email. Before you engage with the world's agenda. 5 minutes of complete stillness. Breathe. Observe. Ask yourself one question: what is the most important thing I can do today to move closer to my financial goals? Then listen. The answer is almost always already there. It just cannot be heard over the noise. Master stillness, and you will master your direction. Chapter 35, From Success to Significance. Here is where we arrive at the deepest layer of everything we have explored. The move from success to significance. Success is personal. It is about what you achieve, what you earn, what you accumulate. Significance is relational. It is about how your life affects others. How your work serves a purpose beyond your own benefit. How your wealth becomes a vehicle for impact that outlasts you. The wealthiest people in the world, not just financially, but in terms of genuine fulfillment, are the ones who made this transition. They stopped asking, how much more can I build for myself? And started asking, what can I build that will genuinely serve others? This is not a message about giving everything away. It is a message about connecting your financial growth to a mission that gives it meaning. Because a life of accumulation without meaning is ultimately hollow. But a life of contribution, powered by resources and freedom, that is the ultimate form of wealth. Speech balloon. Final comment prompt: after everything you have taken in today, what is the one insight from this guide that hit you hardest? The one thing you are going to carry with you and act on? Write it below. I genuinely want to know. Chapter 36, Your New Blueprint. You have arrived at the end of this guide. But more importantly, you have arrived at the beginning of a new way of thinking. From this day forward, I want you to carry these truths with you. Your thoughts are assets. Invest them wisely. Your time is equity. Spend it intentionally. Your energy is capital. Protect it fiercely. Your relationships are partnerships. Build them with purpose. Your failures are tuition. Learn from everyone. Your discipline is your greatest investment. Never stop building it. Every morning, remind yourself of this. I am the architect of my financial future. I am the investor of my time and energy. I am the creator of value for the world. I am worthy of abundance, freedom, and peace. The wealthy do not wait for the world to change. They train their minds and then they change their world. You have everything you need to begin. Not someday. Not when the conditions are perfect. Not when you feel completely ready. Now. Because wealth does not start in your wallet. It starts in your mind. And your mind just got a serious upgrade. Closing message. Friend, if you made it to the end of this video, I want you to know something. You are not the same person who pressed play at the beginning. Something has shifted. A seed has been planted. And if you water it every day with consistent action, consistent learning, and consistent belief, it will grow into something remarkable. This is just the beginning. Bell, here is what I need from you right now. Thumbs up, hit the like button, not just for this video, but as a personal commitment to yourself that you are going to take this work seriously. Let that like be your contract. Mobile phone with arrow subscribe because this channel is dedicated to giving you the tools, the mindset, and the strategies to build the financial life you actually deserve. Every week, new content designed to help you think bigger, act bolder, and build smarter. Speech balloon, comment below with the one insight from this video that hit you hardest. Your comment might be exactly what someone else in this community needs to read today. High voltage special announcement. I am also building a digital tool based on everything covered in this guide, a practical, step-by-step wealth mindset system designed to help you track your mental reprogramming progress, apply these principles daily, and build the habits that create lasting financial success. If you are interested in getting access to this tool, comment the word tool below. Once I see enough interest, I will share the link directly in the comments so you can get your hands on it. This will not be widely advertised. It will go first to this community, the people who showed up, watched to the end, and are genuinely committed to their growth. Comment tool right now if you want in. Remember, the richest minds are not born. They are built. So build yours. Every single day. See you in the next one. Rocket.